Welcome to another episode of Cleaning My Backlog. You know, an episode where I talk about the games I cleaned from my backlog in the past month, but there is a little bit of difference. We're gonna talk about March and April of this year, because on the last episode we talked about January and February, so let's get moving. The first game I finished was Shitf Team Rush, and technically this game wasn't on my backlog for too long, so I'm kinda cheating here, but nonetheless it was on my backlog. And this is basically a Burger King McDonald's simulator. It's still on beta, it's still developing, that's why I say technically it isn't on my backlog for too long, but I did add it for like a month before, and I was like, I should just play it because it was super short, and I actually enjoyed it. I played it alone because I don't think when I played it there was an option to play with friends yet. I don't know if there is right now, but I think they were working on it, and that's probably gonna be very cool if they end up adding way more stuff to do. But it's a very simple game. In the end, you're just making burgers and serving clients, so it was fun, it was relaxing. I had some music blasting on my ears and I was just playing it, and I actually got the 100% on Steam, so that's cool. Okay, now we're gonna talk about a game that has been on my backlog since forever, and we're talking about GardenScapes. Yes, that game. The one you have to find hidden objects throughout the map, and your mom probably played it on her tablet or phone. I used to play this when I was a kid, and you know, my mom used to play this as well, and I was always curious to see the end of this game, so I just decided to go back and finally finishing it. It wasn't too long, and if I can find my garden, it looked like this at the end, so look at that. Not bad, I guess. It was a fun game. It's super simple. I do like my hidden objects games, and I don't play them often, but I do like them when I play them, and I'm curious to finish a few other games. I haven't just yet as time of recording this. Maybe in the future I will. Hopefully I can finish another one this year. I'm looking forward for it, so maybe. The game is really simple. It looks good for the era that it was launched, in my opinion, and it was still fun, but there's nothing too much to talk about. It's a really simple game. It's a phone game, so yeah, let's move on. Okay, from a very simple game, we're gonna go for a sequel of a very acclaimed game, and this one was actually more acclaimed from the fans, and we're obviously talking about Rise of the Tomb Raider. I played the first one of this reboot era 6 months prior to this one, and usually I wait like around a year to play a game from the same franchise, but I liked it so much that I just couldn't wait no more, and I finally played this one. And I'm gonna say, the first one was very good, but this one improves on everything that the first one gives it to you, and it just looks like 10 times better, bro. The snow areas of this game are absolutely beautiful. I fell in love as soon as I started the game. I was so impressed, and I just got addicted immediately because the gameplay is actually very fun as well. They made some improvements from the first one, and it was a fun game. I'm not gonna talk about the story. I never touched that subject. You guys already know if you watched the first episode, and so I'm gonna keep quiet on that. I also played the DLCs for this game. The DLCs were okay. There was one DLC that was actually fun. I don't remember the exact name, but it's that DLC where you guys go to the Vale haunted by the Baba Yaga, and that one was very cool. It was fun to play through. It was just kind of different from the main game as well, so I really liked that one. But the other DLCs are just lazy, quick cash grabs in my opinion, so I did not enjoy them as much, especially that survival DLC. That one was fucking trash. Playing with a friend was kind of cool, but other than that was But yeah, enough with DLCs. Talking about the main game again, there's not much that I can talk about without spoiling it, so I don't know really what to say, but I know I enjoyed my time with it, and I was in love with the scenery every single step of the way. From playing a kinda recent game, I went way back to play an old game on the Nintendo Entertainment System, and I'm obviously talking about Super Mario Bros. As any kid of my era and previous eras obviously played the Mario game, and I did play this one originally, but let's be honest, I didn't have the skill to finish it. But this time I did, and I'm gonna be honest, the game is very old, but it still holds up today. It's a very simple game, and you know, the last castle level in every world is basically the same over and over again. It's not too difficult of a game, if I'm being honest. I didn't die that many times, but we gotta respect it for the story that it created. It is a good game. I can see why this branch out to be one of the biggest franchise, if not the biggest franchise in the gaming industry. So there's not much that I can talk about this game. Everybody knows Mario, everybody knows the first game. You can only play as Mario and you can basically just jump. You do have the flower upgrade, so you can shoot when you have that one, and that's basically it. There's no more superpowers, there's no double jump, there's no feathers, there's no transformations. It's just that you simple platforming against some Goombas. Is it Goombas? Ooh, now I got myself doubting, but I think it is. No, it's Roombas, right? I don't know. It's either Roomba, Goombas, you know, the little mushrooms, and obviously you fight the turtles as well. So yeah, it was a very simple game. You gotta fight Bowser, you gotta find the princess, and that's it, bro. That's the beauty of that game. It's a game that I honestly got addicted to, and I finished it very fast because it's not a long game. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 6 worlds and each world is like 5 levels. I think there's a world that's actually shorter than that. It was just 3 levels, but I'm not sure. It's been a little bit since I played this game, so take my words with a pinch of salt, but I'm pretty sure I enjoyed it. It took me like 3 hours to beat. I think it was like 2 or 3 days. I didn't overdo it because that's me playing games. I usually don't overdo it. I like to play slowly because I only play games if I'm actually enjoying them. I do not obligate myself to play, and that's the thing that I find out. I'm playing this backlog because I want to do it. I'm not obligating myself to do it. Obviously, I play a few games that are not from my backlog, obviously, but those I don't talk here. Maybe in the future I'll talk about some of the games that I played this year. Maybe at the end of the year. I don't know. Let's move on. Next, I went back to the PC and decided to play Toy Tinker Simulator. I do like playing simulators from time to time, and this one is basically a repair shop for toy, and sadly it gets repetitive really fast. In the beginning, you're unlocking various machines and it's actually pretty cool. It got me addicted, but then once you have everything unlocked, it just gets repetitive fast. You're repairing the same type of toys over and over again, which I did for 33 hours because I actually got the 100% on Steam. I don't know why I did it, but I did. There's not a lot that I can say about this game, to be honest. It's very simple. You just use your mouse to do every single action, and that's basically it. Okay, from kind of a boring game that was fun at the beginning, we go now for a big ass game that it was fun all the way through, and I'm talking about the big game of this video, Final Fantasy VII Remake. The Final Fantasy franchise has always been on my backlog, and I was always curious to try it out, because I never did. And honestly, Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's a great entry point to the series, because if you're like me and you're not too fond of turn-based RPGs, this one is a great one to enter, because it's basically an action RPG with some elements of a turn-based. Yes, you do use turn-based to use your powers and most abilities, but you can also fight, block, and dodge like a normal action game would let you. So yeah, I always wanted to play this one, and I gotta say it was amazing. I really am looking forward to play the continuation of the series, not only 7, so I'm looking forward to play Reunion, Rebirth, and now the new announced lead Revelations, and it's gonna be super fun. I also want to play 16, looks very cool, and who knows, maybe I'll play more in the series. I'm looking forward for it. I think it's gonna be super good. I love the story, the aesthetic of the game, graphically looked beautiful, and honestly got me super addicted. I did beat this game super fast, and I am urging to play another one, so maybe soon we'll see another one here, maybe Reunion probably. Obviously I'm not gonna talk about the story, you guys already know this because I already mentioned on the video. I'm not gonna spoil story in any way, but I gotta say, the characters, they got a hold of me. I didn't think I would like the characters that much because, you know, these JRPGs tend to be one type of humor, but as of lately I actually been growing this type of humor, and the way that Japanese people create their characters on video games have been growing on me, and I'm looking forward to play some more JRPGs. Who knows if in the future I'm gonna play turn-based. I'm not too fond of that type of gameplay, but I do want to play them because they look so cool and always have such a good story, and people glaze the shit out of them, so I'm always super curious to play. I gotta play something shorter, something lighter with that type of gameplay so I can get used to it. Usually that's what I do, and then maybe, who knows, maybe I'll fall in love. I hope so, because I really want to play some other games like Dragon Quest XI. That one looks really cool and I'm curious to play it. Okay, let's move on. The next game I played from my backlog was Kirby's Dream Land, and I've been wanting to play a Kirby game for the longest time. They always looked fun to me, but I never got around to doing one, and I finally played it. And obviously I started with the first one, which I usually do when I'm playing a series. I usually play the first one, even though if it is super old or if it isn't even like related to the new games in terms of story. I like to start my series with the first game. I think it adds a little bit of prestige to it. I don't know if prestige is the right word, but but yeah, this game was super short. I played it on the emulator, that's why you have gameplay recorded. I wish I played it on my Game Boy, but I didn't. It was a super quick game. It took me like an hour to beat, and it was super fun. I actually enjoyed my time. It's obviously a 2D platformer. It is more, and I wouldn't say complicated, but it has more to it than it might look at the first glance. It is not hard by any means. The boss fights were pretty cool to beat as well. I am looking forward to play another Kirby game, and who knows when. Hopefully soon. They aren't too long to beat, so I just gotta be in the mood to do it. There's nothing too crazy that I can say about it. I did like the art style, even though this one doesn't have any color. It was still pretty cool to look at, and I'm looking forward to play more games, like I said. Okay, now from a really old game again. I do tend to do this a lot. I play an old game, I play a new game, I play an old game, I play a new game, whatever. I played The Last of Us Part 1. Whoa, The Last of Us, bro? Only now? Wait, I did play the PS3 version. I'm talking about the remake for the PS5 that I've been looking forward to play since I got my PS5, because it actually came with it. It was, I bought the bundle with Ragnarok, and when I bought it, they offered me a copy of The Last of Us Part 1, so I've been meaning to replay it since then, and I finally did. I don't think I need to explain what this game is. I think everyone and their mama knows this game. It's one of the best games of all time. Me personally, it's not my favorite game of all time, but it is a goddamn good game, man. The story on this hits hard every single time. There's simply no way a human being playing this game won't cry. I've always said it, bro. If you don't cry playing The Last of Us, man, you're dead inside, man. I don't know what you're doing playing story games, but you're dead, bro. You're dead. But yeah, like the story for me, it's a 10 out of 10. What I don't really love, and it's not that I hate, I like the gameplay, but I don't think it's perfect. I just don't think it's perfect, but they do make our lives easier on the remake and more, how can I say it, more snappy to play. So I did like the remake, and I'm glad I played it. Actually got the plat as well. Obviously, I think you guys already know that I obviously got the plat. It's not a hard plat. The PS5 version just asks you to get all the collectibles, do basically the 100% of the game, but you can play on easy if you want. I end up playing all my games on normal most of the times, unless there's a trophy related to playing it on the hardest difficulty, but usually I play it on normal. And yeah, like, what can I say? Was the remake necessary? If there wasn't a remastered version, I would say, yeah, sure, the remake would be welcoming. But since we got a remaster for the PS4, I don't think people love the idea of a remake. And yeah, but I did enjoy it. I didn't play the remastered version, so I played the original PS3 version back in the day, which looks gorgeous, by the way. It still looks very good even nowadays, but this version just looks absolutely incredible. The amount of particles, or however you say it in English, my bad, it's insane at the screen, and the snow areas, like everything looks so amazing, man. The scenery looks incredible. The face expressions, man, I really did love playing this game, and I played the shit out of it. It was short. It's a short game as well. It took me like 15 hours to beat. So like you guys can play it on a weekend if you want, technically. But yeah, enough of this one. Everybody knows this game. Okay, we're deep in the video and I still didn't talk about a puzzle game. I mean, I talked about GardenScapes, but a real puzzle game, bro? Come on, man, it's time for a puzzle game, and this time I played Humanity. This game has us control a dog and lead humanity to the light. And the way it does is pretty cool. I really enjoyed the first stages of the game because it was more simple. It was more of directing these guys to like some obstacles, moving stuff, and it was pretty cool. But then they kept adding stuff on stuff, which is cool, is great. I always love when puzzle games change up things along the game, but some of the addictions I didn't really like. Some others I loved. So yeah, I don't want to spoil too much because I think the charm of this game is you guys discover what's going on and what abilities you can get and why you can get the abilities and stuff like that. So I won't touch on that subject too much. I always am lost when talking about puzzle games because it's just a puzzle game. What can I say about it? So I always like feel a little bit lost talking about it without giving any spoilers, but all I can say is that I enjoyed the puzzle game. It was too long though. It was definitely too long. 12 hours is too long for me for a puzzle game, and it's not one of the best I played, but it was a pretty cool game. I got the plot as well, obviously. Obviously, guys. And it's simple but yet complicated. It's easy but yet hard. Obviously, you guys can always see a guide if you get stuck, but you know, I think like watching a guide on a puzzle game just takes out the experience, because if you're playing a puzzle game, bro, and you're watching a guide, you're not playing anything, bro. You're just doing the game just because you want to do it, or in this case, you would be doing it to get a plot, and that doesn't make sense in my opinion. But whatever, you do you, guys. You do you. Maybe you started the game, you enjoyed it, and you just want to finish it, but you don't want to play it anymore, and you follow a guide. I mean, that's totally fine. It does defeat the purpose of the game a little bit, but whatever. Who am I to tell you what to do? I usually don't like searching up guides. I'm not saying I never search up a guide. Of course I did. If I get stuck for too long, I'll search up a guide. I'll accept defeat and cheat, because literally searching up a guide is cheating in a way. In a way, it is cheating. But yeah, of course I did that before. Of course I got stuck in a few levels in this game. Not too many, but especially when they introduce a new ability, there's sometimes I just get lost at what to do. But it was cool to figure it out. Okay, it's just a puzzle game, guys. Let's move on. Let's move on. The next game I played is kind of a continuation from the last video if you didn't see it. And if you did see it and you remember, I mentioned that I played every single Incredible games, but I didn't talk about it in the last video because the next game is Lego Incredibles. I gotta say, if you watched my ranking video, you already know my opinion on this, but in my opinion, this is the best Incredibles game there is. It's so fun to play. I was completely addicted. I got lost in this world. It was so cool. Not only the main missions, which they are cool, they're based on the 2 movies. So you are basically playing through the movies with the different characters, and it was pretty cool. The powers are pretty cool, but also the open world was so cool to explore. You have so many characters that you can use from the movies and outside the movies from the Pixar universe, like Cars and Toy Story. You can actually be Lightning McQueen in this game, so that's a plus. If you know me, you do know I like my Lightning McQueen, and I played almost every single Cars game, but I still need to finish some. And maybe we'll see a ranking every car game soon. We'll see. I still have a few games to play, so I don't know how long that will take. Whatever. I'm talking about Lego Incredibles here, not Cars, but what are you doing? Okay, the game was pretty fun. Like I said, it was based on the 2 movies. You actually play through the second movie first, which is a little bit weird. I mean, you can choose, but the game recommends you to play through the second movie first, which, like, it was weird, but it was fine. I guess it was fine. You do have, I don't know the name of the city that the Incredibles live, but you do have the whole city there with both houses and the house, everything there, and you do explore the boat as well. It was pretty goddamn cool. I really miss this game. I sometimes I like my Lego games. I think no, this is not the first time talking about a Lego game. I've talked about Lego Horizon, right? But this is the first time talking about a TT game style game, because I don't think it was developed by TT, now that I think about it. Not sure, it might have been. But this style, I do really love it, and we'll probably see more. I wouldn't say every month, because I do not play them that often, but we probably see more Lego games. And this one gotta be one of my favorites. You're probably gonna see it at the end of ranking. I rank it right over there. Yes, like, it's just an incredible game. Okay, let's move on to the last game I played. And if you guys know me and seen the last episode, you know exactly what genre is missing from this video. So you know exactly what type of game I played next, and it is obviously a racing game. The racing game of this choice for this month was Trackmania Built to Race. I do love me some Trackmania. I got the plat on both Trackmanias on PlayStation. It was an incredible experience. I played the first ever Trackmania last year, and it was, again, a really cool experience. So I am aiming to beat every Trackmania, and we will soon see every Trackmania ranked, but I'm still working on it. Okay, whatever. Trackmania Built to Race is exclusive to the Wii, and it's really similar to the first ever Trackmania. It's super simple, but you do have a lot of cars to use, surprisingly. If I remember right, it's been a little bit since I played this one, but if I do remember right, I think it's 6 cars that you can drive, which is more than nowadays, honestly. Like, more than the newest Trackmania, the one that came out in 2020, which is free for for some part, but you gotta buy a license to play the full game. I don't really like games that go by licenses because mine expired and I can't play that game fully now, so I'm sad. I really do like some Trackmania, but whatever, not talking about that one, talking about this one. It was very fun besides two cars. I'm not gonna remember the name of the cars, and I'm probably not even gonna remember. I do remember them in my mind. It's like a NASCAR car. That one fucking sucks. That one, you just like turn a little bit and the car wants to flip, bro. Like, what the hell, man? It was horrible to drive. But I did get all the gold medals. I don't know if I still have my save. If I do, I'll show it to you, okay? If I do still have my save, I'll show it to you to prove. If I don't, then I won't. I'm sorry. But it was a super fun game. It was short. It took me like 9 hours to do all the gold medals. They weren't hard at all. The game is really simple. You don't have those like crazy jumps that you got nowadays, or like those little pebbles that throw your car off of the road. There's nothing like that. The road is clean. You do have some tight curves with those like rally cars, which is one of my favorites. That car is so fun to drive in this game. That one and the stadium car, ooh, they are so fun. So fun. I do recommend going back. If you do like your Trackmania Turbo and the newest one, I do recommend going back and playing the oldest one because they still hold up today. They're still pretty fun to play, so yeah. There it is. There's a racing game of this month, or you know, these 2 months. I only played one, but I usually do play a racing game every month, and you'll see the next 2 months there's gonna be another racing game. I'm not gonna spoil it. It is an old one though. I am playing more old racing games than new, to be fair, which is cool in my opinion. I'm always open to replay the games from my childhood, so yeah. And I'm looking forward to make more videos for you guys. I love talking about the backlog I cleaned and the games I played, and it's been pretty fun. And I thank you for being here the whole video. I hope you did some grinding of yourself, played something, and you know, who knows, going for a plat. That would be the ideal ending. But yeah, thank you guys. Bye bye.